This is how I use the Perplexity AI system for my pre-market summary. What I like recently that it's been outputting to me and something that I've asked it to consistently do is the sector activity and rotation. I find this is really, really helpful. And the reason I find it really helpful is because as a trader, it's very recent for me to start thinking about sector rotations. Before I was just so concentrated on big tech, Facebook, Meta, Nvidia, AMD, etc. And I trade them often in the stock market, but I didn't really think about what's happening around it. Like what are the other areas of the Dow Jones? What's happening in other areas of the S&P 500? The flow of money is something I should be tracking because investors are making major decisions that impact the way the stock is going to behave on an intraday. It's not just day traders. And in fact, a very small percentage, almost insignificant, are retail traders like me. It's mostly hedge funds and HFTs and trading firms and prop firms and all these bigger entities that are making these major decisions and major moves. And so now I can see what's happening, and as investors are betting heavily on imminent Fed rate cuts, this is very recent. It's September 9th, 2025. So they're looking at, the fact that the job reports wasn't as good. And so the rate cuts are more likely. So they're looking at that. And then there's basically seeing like there's a growth tech stocks. Last week, they were starting to move higher. Now they're consolidating again. Are we going to get another boost up as interest rates go down? Isn't that cheaper borrowing for these bigger companies? Tesla is making a turnaround pretty well. I like to know what the sector rotation is. And if you want to verify, you can look at these, but I kind of just look at the output. I can also see pre-market movers, losers, the news on FOMC and stuff, but this section's really good. Too long didn't read, TLDR. If I really just don't have time, I can just go, oh, this is what's happening. Sectors are going to defensive value based rather than tech.